Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. As you can see from my screen, I'm doing a quick pop on and answer your questions about New England and travel in autumn. So I've got TripAdvisor forums on my screen. I know a lot of you are going to this site. So thoughts on fall itinerary. So let's pull this up so we can read it a bit better. Um, my wife and I are planning a visit. We are in our 60s. This is the perfect person for me to help. I've been going to New England for the last easily 15 years. So we have friends. So they want to fly into Manchester, New Hampshire. They're going to go up to Cherry House, which is recommended on one of my videos, visit Mount Washington, do the COG, drive the Kank, then onto Rangeley, Maine, and then from Rangeley over to Bar Harbor, down the coast. On the 11th, it looks like they're spending the night in Camden and then busting their way all the way down the freeway, which you can do that. You'll see some scenery, but honestly, you're going to miss a lot of the main coast. I think instead of spending 2 nights along in Camden, I might split that up and drop another night into the main coastline, so I wouldn't have so many nights up in just Camden and Bar Harbor, those two areas. I think I'd break that up. So that's my first recommendation. Um, as far as if she's never been to New England, I think I would rework the itinerary, but that's just my 2 cents because as much as I love Acadia National Park, I also think the southern Maine coast has a lot to offer. And if you've only got a short amount of time, if you may not make it back to New England, I think you got to have a little bit of taste of New Hampshire, a little bit more of, maybe central Vermont. But that's just my 2 cents. But this would work. So I'm not dissing it either. So did this quick response. Let's go back to the other questions and see if there's another one we can answer fairly quick. I just wanted to do a short video. You can reach me at yourphototravelguide.com or selfdrivenewengland.com and contact me there. Help getting an itinerary started. Again, this is something I do often. I offer free consultation calls. So you can pick my brain for a few minutes, and I'm sure you'll get some gems just in from my short time on the phone. And as you can see, I have not looked at these questions. This is the trip in August. I think I kind of glanced at this the other day when my recording didn't work. They're going in August, probably because that's when they can still get out of school. They want to spend more time around Mystic, Boston, Salem, all of that, but then all the way up to Acadia. So it's a lot of ground. It looks like they only have about 9 to 10 days, so it's a lot of moving around. And with a teenager, I might want to have more time out of the car and less time in the car. I know I did a similar June trip a few years ago with my niece, and sitting in the car, she was literally just on her device. She wasn't looking out the window as many of us probably grew up remembering that we would do. So you actually have to kind of get out and get them into the moment, whether that's out whale watching, whether that's walking around Old Sturbridge Village, whether that's doing something more engaging. Honestly, my niece got more out of, she found some, I think it was at the Plymouth Plantation, they had a table out with some games. She was more involved with that than some of the other things. She did enjoy the whale watching, I recall, but actually, just the sitting in the car, I could see she was totally buried in her device. So that's my 2 cents. I'm happy to help you with any of your itinerary questions. Reach out, fallphototrips.com, Self Drive New England, and have yourself a great Monday. Take care.